of Braiding and Extensions. My name is Joy Fido, and today we're bringing you something usually very exciting, very informative, very supportive. So welcome on board. So here at World of Braiding and Extensions Academy, you know what we stand for. We're here to support you to grow in the business of working with braiding, weaving, hair extensions, which we prefer to just call the natural hair industry. So today we're bringing you something unique again, like we always do. And our topic today is about you start your home business. We want you to start your home business with just $40 a week. And we're quoting dollars because we have seen from our channel that we have more people making inquiries about our training from the US than anywhere else in the world. So we like to use the word dollars because we want to speak to these people who are really keen on what we do. Okay, so what are we here trying to do working with you? Now, World of Braiding and Extensions is committed. We are committed to help you recover your financial expenses. We want you to be able to see how you can make money work for you. Now, why are we so interested in that? We have had over the years people making inquiries because they want to gain skills. They want to be able to do their own thing. They want to start their own life. They want to walk around their family. And all of this is becoming more and more difficult, especially with the life we live these days, where it is so difficult to find money. Now, whenever you want to gain something new, whenever you want to change your life, there's always something that's involved, and that's money. And we are finding out more and more that in the Western world, UK, US, Europe, it is difficult to have bulk money in a place at a time. And so we get inquiries all the time, people calling us and they're saying, I'm interested in your training. I want to do your home certification program. I want to be able to, train myself at home with your support. But I'm not able to afford the price you're quoting. So we've had our meeting internally and we are looking at ways we can help you. So today's program is about really working with you. So we want you to really be patient with us and listen to the whole video so you get to understand how we can help you change the situation you find yourself in. So what we're trying to do with you is, if you look at my hands to look at your two hands. Now, hidden in these hands is your money. Your money is actually hidden in your hands. And we want you to be able to discover or realize how you can make money from just working with your two hands. Why are we saying this? I can say with my whole heart because I have been in that situation where I got confused as well in life, where I could not find hope and I thought I was lost until I discovered my hands. So World of Braiding and Extensions, it's here supporting people to discover their hands, discover that power that you hold in your hands, the money that's hidden away in your hands, the financial inheritance you have in your hands. There is so much money hidden away in your hands that you are not aware of. And this is what we do here. We help to support you find that money that you have locked away in your hands so that this money can work for you. What are we expecting from you? We're expecting commitment from you. We want you to be committed to change something in your life. And that's what this video today is all about. We are going to go into what we call a partnership. A partnership between you and us to help change something in your life. And the reason I've said this over and over is because I have been through that situation where I thought things were difficult and there was no hope. Why are we doing this video today? We get so many inquiries, so many, we cannot count it. I want to take on this program. I want to do something. I watch your videos. I want to buy one video. I want to buy 2 videos. You can do better than that. And that's what today's video is all about. To give you that extra, to give you that support that's going to guide you get into this industry. So before we start, we'd just like to know where you are today. What is your current situation today? Are you unemployed? You've been looking for work, you're tired. There's no job anywhere. Yes, we know that. Because economy all over the world right now are really struggling to make ends meet. And what I always say to people is, don't sit there and expect somebody to create that job for you to come and fit into it. You have the 2 hands. You can create your own job. So you're unemployed and you're struggling, and that's affecting your way of thinking. You are in a job, but you're not happy with it because you know you can do better than that. Your job is really, really upsetting you. You feel sad whenever you have to wake up in the morning and go to work. You want to start a business. You've told yourself, I can do this. But every time you think of it, something stops you. I haven't got the money to start a business, so that's putting me off. And it carries on, the list carries on. You have a family, you are a mother. I am a mother, and I know that particular experience. And you cannot go to work because you got so many kids, it's just too demanding. So you don't have enough time for your children. And when you think of the idea of going to work and working for someone, and let's say something happens, your child is ill, you have to go to the doctor, you have to take your child to school, there's a school trip coming up, and your son wants you to come with him. What happens? You can't keep going to your office and asking your boss to give you time out. And so this is the reason why you want to do something for yourself. You know you're very creative, and you know there's so much you can bring on board, but you find yourself in a dead-end job. This job is going nowhere fast. And what's happening? You only keep going to it because you need money every end of the month to pay your mortgage, to pay your bills, to do the things you want to do. You want to be your own boss. You're tired of reporting to someone. There is so much you can bring on board. Or you just want extra income. Okay, so I'm working in this place 5 days a week. I have Saturday and Sunday, but I still want to be able to make money with those other 2 days. So there are so many reasons people want to do something to add to their life. And the reason I can relate to all of this is I have been there. I have been in all the scenarios I've created for you now. And if you find yourself in one of those, you are in the right place, because we're going to change something for you today. Okay, so there's a saying that says, give a man money and he feeds for a day. So you give somebody money, he feeds for a day. He goes to the shop, he uses that money, he buys something, he eats, he's happy for that one day. The same saying says, give a man a skill and he will feed for life. So when we really talk about the saying, it will say something like, give a man fish, he eats today. Teach a man to fish and he feeds for life. So if I gave you money today, you go to the shop and you buy something and you eat, that's you've eaten today. And what about tomorrow? But if I showed you how to make that money, you'll be feeding yourself for life. And that's what we believe in. We call it skills revolution. It's something unique that I really am 100% in support of, and I love so much, and I'm preaching it everywhere I can go. Skills revolution is about looking into your hands and changing something in life. I believe all of us here on earth, we're given something by nature. And that's when you start hearing somebody say, this person is so talented in something, or this person is so good with something. And this is where some people like to call it passion. My passion is in this, my passion is in that. So you hear people who have passion for fashion, passion for makeup, fashion for hair, fashion for shoes, passion for singing. So when you look at somebody like Beyonce, she's been singing from childhood. So these are things that nature gave to all of us. So in your hands there is something. All you have to do is look into yourself. I've talked about this in so many other videos. We all do have something that God gave us, and that's our passion. That's the talent that we have. But what's happened is we grow up and society makes us forget all of that. And then what do? We're then forced, go to school, go to university, go and learn this, go and learn that. And you get sometimes, we as parents, I'm a parent, we tend to drag our children to things they don't really like to do. And that's because we in our head think we have the answers and we know it all. You may be in that situation. There's so many things you could do. But because society has made you think that unless you go to a certain level, you go to some certain things, you are not nobody. You're not achieving. I want you to come out of that mindset. Because my passion was hair and my passion was fashion. And I have so many things I could do with this. Growing up, I didn't even get to look at these things because the society I came from insisted on go to university, go to college as the Americans would call it, and gain that degree and then get a job. Go and look for a job. And that's what's happened now. People are looking for jobs and there are no jobs because the economy has changed. There are no jobs waiting for anyone anymore. And this is why you're still sitting down there unemployed looking for work. And what I want to put in your head today is change that mindset. There's a passage in the Bible that says, unless a man be born again. Being born again is about your mindset. If you change the way you think, you will change your life. And that's what happened to me. I changed the way I was thinking, the way society had made me think when I lost my job. And I thought back and I said, what could I possibly do that will help me? And I've shown this book several times in my videos, Think and Grow Rich. This was the book that made me change the way I was thinking. I realized I had passions that I could turn into a business. And hair braiding came top of that list. This is why I'm talking to you today about skills. So we're talking about skills revolution. So you get to understand that you have skills that you could turn around into a business. And I can clearly say to you, for me, hair braiding changed my life. That's a video for another day because I would take you through my journey. But today is about you understanding what you could do for yourself today. Change your mindset. Go back to that skill, that talent, that thing that you know you're passionate about, that thing that makes you happy, that thing that if you're doing it, you're not even thinking, you're not worried anymore. Lots of people, as a people, we just take what we know for granted. And I want you to change that. That thing you are so good at, somebody else out there is looking for it. So it's time we clean our mindset, come out of that mode of searching for jobs, come out of that mode of staying stuck in a job you don't enjoy. Come out of that mode of thinking, I have children, so I can't be useful anymore to society. Come out of that mode of, I need extra income, but what else can I possibly be doing? I want to be my own boss. What could I do? I want to create my own business. How do I go about it? So these are the things we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to take you slowly through how you can start this today. I want you to be in that position of power where you control what you decide to do with your life going forward. So what you're possibly asking me today now is, Joy, yes, I've heard all that, but how do I start? What should I do? Okay, we're going to talk about what you can do. We start by planning. Sit down with yourself and plan. There's a saying that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So this is what's happening to most of us. We don't plan at all. We just wake up every day and we take it for granted. So lots of us, we take life for granted. We wake up every morning and we just wonder, what will life give me today? How about you say to life, this is what I want from you today? So this is where the planning problem starts from. Be in the position where you decide, this is what I want to do today. And if you start doing that, you're going to find things will start changing. You now become the one in control. And so my question to you now becomes, what are you really expecting from life? Do you want to have a happy family? Do you want to be able to provide for your family? Do you want to be able to live in a good neighborhood, live in a good home, travel and see the world, buy beautiful car to drive around with, buy the kind of clothes you like to wear, buy the kind of food you like to eat, healthy food? Now, the reason I'm asking all this is these are choices in life. So you could decide, I want to have better things for me and my family. I want to have a good life. Because this is a position where I was as well. I like to always take you back to me. I was at a point where I had nothing. And I started wondering, I don't want this future for my children. I don't want a future where my children have nothing as well. I'm in a position now to make that decision to make things better for them. And that's where you are right now. So start thinking, do you want them to have a good life? If that's what you're thinking about, then you are in control. You can make that choice. You can change that. And we're going to slowly change the things that you are doing right now that's not helping you to make life better for you. So we've talked about wanting the very best things for you and your family. We've talked about you wanting the greater things that life can give you. So what can help you achieve all of that? There is one word I know, and it's called money. This is why things are so confusing for most of us. I mean, we've got to know right now that it's about 2% of the world that actually has the highest amount of money. And this 2% of the world is making all their money from the rest 98% of us. So if you want to be in a position where you can change things for yourself, money is the answer. And if you think your life is difficult and terrible and not happy and not going the way you want it, you need to have some money in your pocket. Money in your pocket can give you the basic things of life, and then can go further than basic and give you luxuries of life or necessities of life. And this is why I always sit here, tell people, gain a skill, do something, put money in your hands. Money is already in your hands. I keep saying it because I know we have so many different varied needs, but you're not going to achieve any of those without money in your pocket. So question now will be, what can I do? That's probably what you are thinking to ask me. How can I start? Where do I go? And so we're going to try and deal with some of these questions to see how we can help you start making that move today. Start changing that something today. Start putting some money into your pocket today so you can change the life you have right now. And I know people always wonder, why do you keep talking to the unemployed? Why do you keep talking to the mothers who are at home doing nothing? Why do you keep talking to people who are not happy with their jobs? I could move my business and face people who already have things doing. Then what is the point of that? How am I helping them? I mean, there's a part in the Bible that says, to them that have even the little, to them that don't have, even the little they have will be taken away from them. I don't believe in that. I want to give to people who don't have. I want you to have. There is no point you living in a life where you're constantly lacking. And that's why my mission here is to support you gain something. Because when you get something, life is really exciting. When you have the things you want, it is beautiful. It is lovely. And the only thing that's causing so much confusion in the world right now is this lack of thing called money. And our little contribution to you is to help you find it, help you discover the money that I know God put in your hands. Because for as long as you got two hands and a brain to match with it, this is all I need to change the way you are right now. So you've asked me the question, where can I start? How do I do it? Where do I go? How can you start? Gain a skill. And we've talked about it already. Give a man a skill and it fits for life. Gain a skill. That's all I want from you. Once you start with something you enjoy doing and you have that natural flair in you to work with that thing, you are going to change things for yourself. You will find people who go to the colleges and gain all the academic knowledge alone, they end up on the same queue looking for the same jobs. The demand for people with academic knowledge is not that much anymore, because there are too many people with this skill, with this knowledge. But when you put your hands into a skill, that unique skill you bring on board is very, very difficult to find these days. And that's why once you have a skill, people will find you. No matter how far away you are, people will find you once you have a unique skill. So why do we make a big fuss about skill? Now, out there in the world, 7 billion people as of 2012, everyone needs something. There is a need out there by someone looking for something. And if that need is there, someone has to satisfy that need. And that's where you come in. That's where I come in. There is a need for people wanting to look beautiful. There's a need for people wanting to, if they have spots on their face, they want it to disappear. There's a need for people who are hungry, they want to eat. Maybe they want to eat healthy food. They don't just want to eat any food. There's a need for people out there who are overweight and is affecting their health. So they can't breathe normally, they're having medical problems because they're too big. Someone out there needs to give them something that will help them lose the weight so they can become healthy again. There's a need for people out there who want to dress in a particular way. Okay, I am into African fashion, and so I'm getting people now asking me, how do I get this outfit? How do I get that outfit? I want the one that looks like that. I want the one. So there's a need out there for something. There's a need for people with natural hair that is breaking, and they want to be able to have someone guide them to how to soften their hair so they can walk with it. There's a need for people out there who wants braids done in a particular way. And I've seen so much of these things on Instagram, and I've seen people booking and getting booked and getting booked. There are people who want hair replacements. The hair is completely damaged. They're having hair loss problems. Cancer patients, they want a wig. They want a particular wig that sits in a particular way. They want a particular color. And so the need out there is varied and is continuous. For as long as there's life, there will always be needs. There are needs out there for people, mothers who have kids and they want to go to work and they want someone to look after their child. I had that need for a long time. So this thing is out there and you can satisfy some of these needs. And the most exciting needs are the hand-based needs. If you have a unique way of doing something, people will travel the world to get to you. This is what I'm here encouraging you to find. So gain a skill, and that's the quickest way to make money. So if there was anybody telling you, oh, I know the fastest way to get into money, to make money, to bring money, because there's so many billions of them on the internet, find out if they are going to put a skill in your hands. Because I had that experience where I invested so much money in a weight loss program, trying to sell to people, and it never worked for me. I lost all my money until I found a skill that people needed. So that's my answer for you. Find a skill, empower your hands, and you will make money for life. So now we find our needs. How are we able to get into those skills? How do we get skills that will help us make the money we're looking for? We start by cutting out unnecessary expenses, unnecessary spending. Why? Why do we need that? Because whatever skill you find out there and you want to train to be good at it, you would need to have money. That word comes back again. You would need to have money in order to gain that skill. And the same thing applies to my skill, my training that I offer you. If you wanted to learn to be good at what I do, such that you can now share that skill you have with your clients, you need to have money to pay for that skill. Why do I need money? Because I have expenses just like the rest of you, the rest of the world. I need to be in a location where I can bring videos like this to you. I need to pay the rent for this place. I need to pay the bills, the electricity bills, the water bills. So all of these things have to be taken care of because I'm running a business. And the business is to empower you to equally do the same thing. So when you share your skills with your clients, they will give you money to pay your rent. They will give you money to pay your bills. They will give you money to care for your family, to do the things we just talked about. That's how a business is run. So once you gain your skill, you can do things that you have always dreamt of. So why do we want you to cut out unnecessary expenses? Now this is where I break it down clearly. People go buying things that would not pay them back money. So look at your life right now. Are there some money you spend that you don't see value for it? Look at your telephone. Is it unnecessarily expensive? And if you have this phone, is it bringing you money? I mean, I've had situations where my young kids, teenagers, they've gone taking expensive phone contracts. Okay, so they're young, they don't really know what they're doing, and I'll try to talk as a mother, but okay, you let them make their mistakes. Obviously, with me guiding them. But when we get to a stage where we are now adults and we have children and we have responsibility, there are things we cannot just pretend we don't know it's happening. So if you've taken on expensive contracts, phone contracts that's not working for you, it's not bringing you money, cut it out. If you're going shopping for groceries, for food, and you just go crazy in the shop, I see them. They fill the trolley with unnecessary food, they go home, they don't eat it. 3/4 of this food sometimes end up in the waste. Cut out those expenses. Now, ideally, focus on the food that will help you develop as a person. And I am a huge fan of healthy food because you find that if you just eat healthy, you will stay healthy and your life will make sense. But if you're eating all the unhealthy food, all they're doing is messing up with your brain, and then you end up with illnesses. So cut out any unnecessary expenses. The food, the jewelry. Some people just have the habit of, I have to have the best jewelry in town. Ask yourself, is this jewelry bringing you back money? If it's bringing you money, no problem. It's an investment. Is the shoes you're putting all the money into bringing you back money? These hair extensions, and I know people who will spend $1,000 for hair extensions, spend $2,000 for hair extensions. I know one of my students who's into amazing hair extensions. Great business she's doing, I'm proud of her. But you see people who invest all the money in the world into having some unit. Oh, you want to be seen looking, my children call it flick. You want to be flick. You want to be on point. And then there's no money coming in. If you're making the money, if you've done so great and things are happening for you, wear the best outfit. Go for only designer clothes. No problem. But not when things haven't happened. And you spend all your money in things that are not going to bring you anything. And then you go to people who probably want to support you like I do. And I keep hearing things like, but I haven't got the money to train myself. I am not going to subsidize you buying the fancy shoes, buying the fancy cars, living the most expensive house, and not knowing where to make money to cover those bills. So this is what we're saying. Cut out any unnecessary expense, and you know them. I'm not in your house, so I don't know what you're going through. Anything that's not paying you back money, that's my advice. Cut it out. Because years back when I started, I used the little investment I had for my children, and I took on every training I could find that could give me something in my hands. And that's what's changed my life. So I want you to do the same. So we've cut out unnecessary expenses. Now the trick to this is, once you start cutting out the money and you find you have spare money that you didn't plan for, what do we do now? We save it. So we need to start saving this money that we've been throwing away, as far as I know. Cut them out, but save them somewhere. Now, why do we need this? The reason we need this is, like we said earlier, the Western world we live in does not really give you that chance to save, to put bulk money aside. Why? We have bills constantly chasing us. So rent, electricity, telephone, gas, you name it, you name it, you name it. And so constantly by the end of the month, you look in the account, it's gone. So now we're trying to put the money back slowly, but we're going to have to give it time. And that's why we talked about planning. So as you're saving the money, put it away somewhere. When you do that, by the time you've created the time, and this is what I mean by time, you could say to yourself, I want to save X amount by the end of the year, and do a bit of mathematics with that. There's a book I read, and it said if you save $3 a day for 1 year, you'll be saving up to $1,080 or something like that. Do the maths. So $3 times 365 days, and see what happens. What could $3 have bought for you? Maybe go to McDonald's, maybe coffee if you're into coffee, maybe just donuts in the shop, maybe just anything that is so unnecessary. Pull the $3 out of it and you save it, and say to yourself, I want to save it for 1 year. See what happens. And that's why I brought this to show you. This is what I call my piggy bank or my home bank. So they come in different sizes. I don't know if you have something like this where you're based. So in front here is a little entrance that allows you to put the money in. So if you're saving your $3 a day, you drop it here. And that's what we mean by saving. So that's the biggest size. There's a medium size, and it looks like that. Same thing, you can hear the sounds of the coins. So I put the money in there, and this is the smallest size. Again, depending on what you want to achieve. Now what I've done is I've been able to work with my kids, and some of the smaller ones are theirs. And I say to them, every money you have that really you don't need to do anything with, just put it in there. What you find after a period, it could be a year, it could be 2 years, go and open that bank. You will find you've saved a lot of money. Only recently, I was able to open one of my banks, and I had so much money on me that I needed to use on a project. And this is how you can go about it. So give yourself time. In the course of a year, I want to have $1,000. In the course of 2 years, I want to have $2,000. Or in the course of a year, I want to save $3,000. You can do it. And we're going to do some maths today, but this is just an idea to help you think. Because any money you've taken away from luxuries, don't say, oh yeah, I have the money now, no problem. What will happen is you'll find another thing to put it into. Money never waits for us. That's the funny thing of life. The minute you're not using money in A, you will use it in B. There will always be another need for you to put the money into. We've had someone who puts a little money aside with us when they were doing the instrumental payment. And next thing she said, I've got another bill coming. I have to pay this bill or I'm out of my house. I didn't say anything, but it just made me laugh. Why? Because that need will always be there. It will always be there. But if you're in a house and you have to keep worrying about paying your bills, do you think you will ever make money? Because all that's happening is the money is going out. Money is going out. Money is going. When does money come in? And that's what we call investment. You have to find a way to bring money in, not just going out. And that's why in accounting you hear them say income and expense. Money come in, money go out. So if all you are doing is sending money out, there will be no money coming in. And that's what I want you to change today. Start asking, how do I get money in? and start thinking, if I put $3 away every day for 1 year, I'll make over $1,000. And then when you have that bulk money, you can plan towards some training, towards some project, towards something that could change your life. Okay, so you remember the title of today's video? It was Start Your Home Business with $40 a week. So we've looked at it, we've sat down, we've done this mathematics. We know that the business we offer you all the time, which we have over 10 million views, we have over 100,000 subscribers. The reason people keep coming back is because we're giving something good. And we commit ourselves to give you something good, because somehow my passion in life is to share. My passion in life is to support you to grow. Because somehow I don't feel comfortable when I see some people have so much and some people have nothing. I don't like it. And because of that, I'm making my business to encourage anyone who wants to change their life to have something. That's what I've been able to achieve. And I will continue to do that for as long as I live. My dream is to support people, and that's what I'm here for. So we have a plan for you to help the people struggling. We have a package. We created this package when people said to us they could not travel to us. And because we find most of our clients are based in the US, we understand. I visit the US all the time, and I know how stressful it can be. I know how much expense I have to go through. So I buy the ticket. So I'm thinking of the hotel to stay in if I have to stay in a strange city or state. And sometimes I stay with my relatives. And so I go and inconvenience them. So all of these things I understand. And when students are coming from all over the world to us, they have to buy tickets. They have to stay in a hotel, in a new environment, strange environment. Sometimes they say to me, Joy, I haven't slept. Why? Oh, because it's a new bed, so I don't feel comfortable. And then you're away from your family. And you're wondering if your children are okay. I've been here and my students are phoning home every 2 minutes. What happened? And their children are struggling with their dads because dad doesn't know where anything is. And so they need mom. And so when we had all this, and I related to my experience of traveling away to also gain training and what happened with my kids, we came up with this package. And what we said to you in this package is, you get home support, you get Skype support, you work with all of this information we have in here, and then you'll be able to achieve the results that we have achieved over the years. Now, what's in this DVD pack? We have over 21 hands-on skills where things like this are in there. Things like the full braids are in there. And so there's so many skills, 21 different skills. There is no way you will not make money out of this. There's no way. Now, the only reason that puts some people away is I haven't got the money to buy it. That's why we brought this video today. We're looking at a way to help you find the solution to the problem. And so if you're struggling with buying this thing in one go, we have a plan for you. So the cheapest plan we have come up with is, we want you to take on this DVD pack for 2 years. So 2 years is you make a monthly contribution. So each month you pay something as little as $40 a week. So we're looking at about $150 a month. That comes down to about $4 or $5 a week, a day. Remember we said $3 will give you $1,000 plus. So we're looking at about $4, $5, $6 a day. that you can afford to put away. So put it away in your can if need be. But if we're looking at a monthly payment, you can just find somewhere safe and just throw your $6. It comes to $40 in a week. It comes to $150 in a month. So for a month, you put $150 away, you call Joy and say, Joy, now I'm ready to take on your training. We will send to you one training. Remember, we have 21 training skills in there. We like to call them projects. There are 21 projects where one of just this alone is one project. So you're going to get 21 different projects in this pack. In addition to the projects, you're going to get to understand everything about hair extensions. That comes in 2 DVDs. You're going to also get to know this industry, how to grow the business. This is one example. We have a book here called Making Money with Hair Braiding. This is a book I wrote years ago, and you can order this book online. It's an ebook. Just like me, just go and print it and you'll be fine and start reading it. But in this pack of the DVD, we have 7 DVDs that's telling you how to run your business. So with a package like this, all you're paying for is $150 in a whole month. I'm not saying a week, I'm saying a month. Now, how easy is that for a business that you can work from home, that you can become employed, you can become creative, you can do something you enjoy doing, you can be your own boss to create your own time, you can walk around your children, because these are all the things that braiding brought into my life, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. So with $150 a month, we are expecting that within that month you will practice this skill over and over and over. You will perfect it. You start sharing that skill with your clients, and once you start working on clients, we're imagining, for just the sake of it, that you work with only 2 clients, and you charge $100 per client. Now remember, I have had people call me and say to me, Joy, I charge $500 per head for a service. People have told me that. And we have created a video where we where we told people you could earn $2,000 a week. People have told me they earn that happily. Go and check on our channel how to earn $2,000 a week. But we're imagining, because you're new in this, you don't know anything yet, and so you charge $200 a week. Sorry, $200, yes, a week. So if you charge $200 a week working with just 2 heads, $100 per head, where even the least student tells me they charge $150, $200 per head, but you're charging $100. And say you work with only 2 clients in a week. In a month, you're making $800. But remember how much you paid for it? $150. So $800 you are getting. That's your income. What's your expense? $150. Remember the math we just did. Income $800. Outcome or outflow or expense $150. What's the difference? $650 you have saved in your hands. That changes your life. So we just finished explaining how easy this is. $40 a week, $150 a month, and you make $800. End up in your hands $650. I don't know anything else that could be easier than this. And that's what you just putting away every day, about $6. So this can work for anyone. When I was dreaming up what should I call this title of this video, I thought, how about poverty-proof your life to success. There should not be any reason why you cannot do this. And we're looking at 21 different projects where you'll be charging whatever you like for anything you are offering. We gave you an example of just $100 a head. $100 could be just basic box braids. It could be just cornrows, where I know of people in New York making amazing money with cornrows alone. And then you could have Senegalese twists, you could have Ghana cornrow, you could have weaves, you could have pixie, you could have tree braid weave, you just name it. The list is endless, and we're talking about 21 different projects. So this is my best offer to you that I can offer to help you do something about your life. And what we've also said is, in addition to this $40 a week, people can make their own choices what they want to do. We have 2 installment plans, we have 4 installment plans, and then we have this 2-year plan. The 2-year plan is the longest, is the one that could pull anyone out of whatever situation they are in and change something in their life. We are that patient and we are that supportive that we want to see something change in your life. Because like I always say, when you're successful, I'm successful. Because I'm supporting you to grow. By doing that, you're supporting me to grow. So we are working together as a team. That's why I said we're your partners for progress. We want to partner with you to see that you achieve something. And people who have trained with me know that I'm here all the time, on the other line of the phone, on a Skype discussion, anywhere you want support from us, we are here to help you. So please take your time, sit with yourself today and organize your life. So remember what I said earlier, I went through all of this. I've been through all these experiences, and I started by using my children's money to make the first investment that changed things for me. But I've made it a lot easier now by saying you just save little monies, put little monies away, and you could make that change you're looking for. Hair braiding changed my own life. And years back when I started, everyone looked around me and was like, but you are a graduate, you're a college graduate, you got so much education, why do you want to go into hand skill? But I knew what I wanted. I wanted to do something I love to do. And that's why I went for it. And today, with the knowledge I've got from braiding, I am expanding into so many different things. I've gone into the fashion that I love to work with, which time will tell, because people who know me are already seeing these changes that I'm making. I've gone into healthy eating, because I have clients asking me their hair's not growing, what can they do, what's happening? I had to research that, and I found out that I'm taking training to understand food. I've gone into supporting you mentally, and that's why you get me talking about how to grow, how to think differently. All of these things came from me working with people. And so there's so much you can learn from the one thing. I'm a lot happier today because things that I thought were not possible are all possible now. From me just starting with one thing. And that's what I wish for you too. I want you to start today with one thing. And that one thing could be single plaits. That one thing could be cornrows. That one thing could be weaving. And from all of those, so many things are going to change in your life. I'm into making products, hair products, because I was working with people whose hair were damaged and dry and breaking. And they're asking me, what can I do? So when you start interacting with people, questions will come. And you would like to offer the need to help them. And these are the ways that things grow in our lives. So if you get into this today, you're going to find that you're going to gradually grow and change things. But like I say, I like to say, it doesn't have to be hair. Whatever it is that you know you have a talent for or a natural flair for, start from it. But like we said earlier, you're not going to be able to get into anything without money in your hands. Hence the need for me to guide you through this. So if you're interested in having something like that that will help you store money away, description box will talk about it. But it's up to you. If you need me to guide you on that, no problem. Send us an email, call us, and we'll chat you through it. But otherwise, there's so many other ways you can help yourself save money that will help you gain something. Now, you did not hear me say, go and put the money in your bank. Yes, because the money in your bank are for bigger things, for things that are constantly coming. But the money that's in your hand that you naturally would have been buying things that you don't really need, that's the money I'm advising you to put away. Because when you put it away in a nice little place that you're not going to touch again, that money will go back and give you something major in your life. Just like we started, I hope you've learned something different today. I hope you've got a new change of heart, how to look at some of these things, how to understand what's been happening, what are these things that have been standing on your way and blocking you thinking straight. All of that's hopefully been cleared away today. Now, you know how to reach us. You can email us, info@worldofbraiding.com, or I got a new email now, joyworldofbraiding @gmail.com. We'll write all of them down for you. We also have Instagram. Lots of people follow me because I'm always uploading information. I'm always putting knowledge. I'm always putting images. I'm always talking about what's going on. Instagram is JoyFido, and then there's World of Braiding. We have Facebook. Facebook has so many pages. You can go and like all the pages because in each of these areas I'm touching lives. We have a fashion page. It's called the African Couture Fashion, and that's me going into the African fashion. We have a healthy food page. It's called Eat for Health. So if you find you're having problems with food that are not good for you when you're struggling and you want to understand what's going on, I'm here. I'll support you on that. We have a page for practically everything. I have the JoyFido International, where I talk you through mental understanding of what's going on in your life and how to clear this clutter that's blocking you thinking straight. So there's so much going on. We are on LinkedIn, JoyFido. We have a blog that we normally update as well. That's worldofbraiding.wordpress.com. So there's a lot going on, and we want you to be part of it. We have Twitter account as well, JoyFido, and then there's the World of Braiding Twitter as well. So please stay in touch with us, and we're here to support you. Honestly, genuinely, guaranteed support. We thank you so much for watching us and staying in touch with us. We thank you to all our subscribers and all our viewers and supporters and people emailing and calling us from all over the world. We appreciate you, because without you we would not be here today, and that's why we are coming back to you to commit ourselves to you. So thank you again for watching, and see you in the next video.